They say face go candy liquor, let me go and grab a cup. Scuba gear up on my head, cause we punish more than parties. Somebody tell Jersey we getting started, what they call it, yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time, yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punishers, Prince I about to give 'em life. Don't switch it down on that tune, cause the party ain't a party unless fife in the room, yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time. What's that? Oh yeah, ooh, we connected, baby. Mouth too reckless, who gon' check us? Though we syndicated, vindicated. Seem like we should've been the made it, been the greatest. Crank the amp, make sure they hit me, I'm about to snap. The general, yeah, that's Prince side. OG face, know he's south side. Jersey like the bricks killer. J536 with him. Do dirty like the kids swimming. Royal flush and we keep shit. Keep winning, bet it up, tryna beat living. Please shut up, cause I'm trying to listen. Party punishers live in 3, 2, 1. DJ do dirty, turn this up. They say face go candy liquor, let me go and grab a cup. Scuba gear up on my head, cause we punish more than parties. Somebody tell Jersey we getting started, what they call it, yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's party punishers. Prince I about to give 'em life. Don't switch it down on that tune, cause the party ain't a party unless fife in the room. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time.
Party punishers, we in the building, baby. Yo, y'all already know what it is, baby. It's the Party Punisher Show. It is me, the General, DJ Prince I, a.k.a. Thug Daddy. And to the left of me...
Man, y'all already know the prettiest of the prettiest granddaddy. And back to Prince I on your side of the left side of the right side.
I like that. And on the right of me...
Y'all know what it is, man. OG Face got it, a.k.a. Ram Face. Your mammy, grandmammy, and great-great-grandmammy's favorite pastor, have mercy.
Yo, check this out, man. This live. We right here at Connected TV. You understand what I'm saying? My big dog KG in the building, the CEO, the founder. Oh, yo, we got Hella Bella in the building, too. You know, from Bella's Views and News. She in the building. But before we get started, y'all, I'm kind of confused. Because we sat in here, and, you know, my man, DJ Country, you know, the prettiest granddaddy, he said somebody husband, which is a dude. It's your dude?
Yeah, he was one of my homeboys, a good dude. He just moved down to Atlanta. I mean, crazy on YouTube with the mukbangs. Like, they eat food. Like, they just eat different. His thing was seafood. So, and his husband, I guess, got jealous and, you know, poked him up.
Well, I guess, I mean,
so it goes both ways now. I see it in both type of relationships. You getting that domestic violence, man.
They were poking what?
When they poked, and they was
said
eating,
that I did.
They was eating too, huh? We said that I did.
Nah, I mean, you know, but that's how he made his money. He made a crazy living off of that. I don't see how, but you know, that's.
Hey, but before we go further, I want our homegirl Jersey. She couldn't make it tonight, you know, so I'm missing my sips. But it's okay. We're gonna politic a little more about this.
Only we ain't even got to go and discuss about that. R.I.P. to what's his name?
Lips.
We don't even want nobody on Lips, man.
Rest in paradise. Little Buttercup.
No, I mean, and shout out to his daughter, man. You know, definitely, you know, my condolences to the family, though.
Yeah.
We laughing and joking about it, but you know,
condolences.
Now that I think about it, when y'all make me think about it with his name and the things that he was doing.
Yo, you call a dude Lips, man.
That's his nickname, though. That's his nickname. I can't. That's like a grown man name being. Well, no, I ain't a grown man named Delicious. I don't know the grown man name.
I ain't calling him that, no way.
Me neither.
You wouldn't call him that if that was
no.
I ain't calling the brother Big D. I'm sorry, I ain't doing that.
I ain't listen here.
Yes,
listen.
sir.
Acronyms you don't use.
Let me
Some stuff ain't going.
elaborate on something, right? Let me elaborate. Everybody know my AKA is Thug Daddy, right? I was interviewing a brother years ago, and he called me Thug Daddy. My wife literally jumped up and was like, that don't even sound right for a man calling him this.
I mean, people give me a lot of slack for saying pretty granddaddy.
No. But I'm not gonna call you that.
Yeah, I got you.
I call you PG.
Yeah.
You know, ain't.
But
or when I introduce you, I go, hey yo, my man DJ Country, aka he calls himself the pretty. I do
Only ninja I ever called pretty was Prince. That's the only pretty ninja I ever known. Prince was a pretty ninja.
Who, me?
no. He talking about
I ain't
Purple
talking
Rain.
about
He
you.
talking about Purple Rain. He talking about Purple Rain.
No.
Masterful Peace God.
You know, that's the
Still,
only
what's
joke.
that?
That's the only rascal I would ever call pretty.
Hey, yo.
Prince. Cause Prince was a pretty rascal. You feel me?
And let me tell you something. he got more cookies than a little.
Yeah, Prince is the only.
He said he was trisexual.
Yeah, he did.
He said he was trisexual.
Yeah, say you try anything
He
once.
said he tried anything once.
I don't know how you. I don't
I'm
know.
not
Nah.
Listen,
Nah.
I'm not even gonna go deep into that endeavor.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that right there where it's at. All right, let's move on with the show.
Yeah.
Look, but he said he wasn't that way though. He said he wasn't that way.
We're not gonna even entertain
No.
you.
No.
Got it. We gonna go further on. I'm not even trying to figure out the
No,
right.
because I know the only reason why I said that because I remember they was talking about somebody was talking to Prince and him and Michael Jackson was going to do the video for Bad, and Prince didn't do the video because the first line of that song is "Your butt is mine," and he was like, "Well, who Michael Jackson gonna be saying that line to?" So I don't think he swung that way.
Well, actually, he was the man with his cheeks out, so maybe your butt.
But they were androgynous back then. That was a different time.
Hey,
It was coming up during that time with
yeah.
Because you had what Boy George and all them doing that. Well, Boy George, that's a different situation.
Now, Boy George was real about his.
Yeah. him,
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Nah.
Boy George, Michael, all them fellas.
George Michael, no, definitely wasn't out. Because I remember when he got caught. He came out when he got caught in the bathroom in New York.
Yeah.
That's when he came out. I remember that story.
Wham.
He got caught in Central Park in the bathroom with a little boy.
Yeah.
And that's when his story came out.
George Michael was with Wayne.
Y'all be all right.
I'm about to tell all of the Teddy Pendergrasses and Eddie
Well, we
Murphys
know
and-
about
Now, Eddie was out on your side. Remember, Eddie said I was just giving the young lady a ride, and she looked at like she was, you know what I'm saying? You was distressed.
Ain't that how Teddy P got in the wreck?
Yes, sir.
That's how Teddy P got in the wreck.
I got the card today.
With the transformer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was getting lip service.
He was getting lips. It was
Oh.
like your homeboy.
Look, I didn't know that. Like that I didn't know.
Yeah, that's how.
Teddy P. Mr. Turn off the lights.
He didn't
Thank
say
you.
who was turning off the
See,
light.
now that makes you think. Like these songs that they were making back then, who they were talking about. Were they talking about
Think about it. He was very aggressive, wasn't he? Come on.
Yeah,
You got to think of some of the lyrics of some hip hop artists.
yeah.
Biggie, who y'all love to say is one of the greatest rappers of all
Who
time.
had the
Yes.
first transvestite in the video?
I don't. You know what? I
I
don't believe that because it came out later on down.
I don't even know if that was what the.
Because she came out and said that her family members, like I think recently when they started bringing it back up again, her family members stepped up and was like, "Nah, she's a woman and this, that, and the third." She just never came out and said that. Okay, I'm this or that. So everybody just ran with it.
She never said it, but her family members stepped up. She never stepped up.
Yeah.
But you have to look at also. You got to look at some of the biggest lyrics. Cause I done met some bad women. And
How you doing, baby?
I done had some bad women.
I know what you're about to say.
But I ain't never had a woman so bad where she looked so good. On her daddies.
Yeah.
No, I ain't never met no woman that bad.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Look, remember LL? He, she.
Ooh.
Look. He started off telling you.
Yeah, he said he, she.
Flotitious.
Stevie.
Delicious.
Stevie.
Stevie.
He said Stevie.
He said Stevie.
I thought it was Steamy.
No, it's Stevie. It's Stevie.
I tried to give him.
No.
Y'all know, because y'all got on me. What do I do? I pull up the
Lyrics quick.
I know it.
So I mean, you know, a lot of things coming out. Look, Young Buck was another one that got caught out there.
No.
What you mean no?
No. I'm gonna have to defend Buck.
You always coming from up north, but every time a Dirty South,
He got a problem.
He got a problem.
But I gotta defend Buck. Buck did not know.
How he didn't know?
I'm gonna listen. Let me finish talking. He was catfish. He had been talking to somebody online. But you know how you get on these apps and you be talking to people. Like, you know how all these filters is on Facebook. And
Okay,
Instagram.
Let's just say the first time.
So he gets up to that room and realize this ain't what it's supposed to be in. He hightailed it up out of there. He ain't never pull his wank out.
But
he never done nothing.
It's a difference if you have one accusation or a situation. Look, you can. I ain't never slipped, but some people have slipped once. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying fell in the rabbit hole, but I'm talking about. I know some brothers that have, took some situations home and realized after the fact of what it was. But that's not. You can slip. Nah. But that, like I said, that one slip, but you don't slip again.
No, but
Buck done had about 5 or 6 accusations.
Yeah, but you know the way, but the way surgeries and cosmetics and everything is now, you won't know. Because I looked at some of the tutorials, where people just be on there and they showing different stuff.
Yeah.
Joker look like a full live woman.
Yeah.
Or a woman look like a full live man after they've done everything, taking about an hour, 2 hours to do everything. You don't know.
But I don't get that though.
And then that's society.
Yeah,
and to each his own, because I'm in that community as well.
Nothing wrong with it. I don't understand.
I'm in that community.
I just don't understand it though. Being we could say being a lesbian.
Yeah, because I'm a lesbian. That's what I identify as. I identify as a lesbian.
But you don't want to be with a man, but then you go out that and dress and mannerism is that of a man. Like, I don't understand that. That throws me off. That part throws me off. I'm a lesbian too, but that part throws me off my lesbianism. So
keep that old bull crap, y'all. I'm a man. Miss Allgood saying, huh? To both of y'all.
Yeah, that's what I identify as.
Miss Allgood, I hope you feel better. She in the hospital. She not doing too well. She doing good. Yeah. By Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll be out there.
Saturday Step Show. Yeah, man.
We'll be out there. The Punishers will be out there.
Look, have me a hot dog and a slushy cone.
Yo, you really. Now you want a hot dog. What is up with this guy?
So what was I supposed to? What was I supposed to? Okay, how else was I supposed to say that?
We get on this show and he talking about lips. Then he talk about poking. What the?
But Faze, how else can you ask? What I'm supposed to say, Frank? Like what else? How else can you say? So there's no way you can say it. Like Saturday, where was we at? Pop-up shop or Independence at Aquarius Lounge, or I think that's what it is. Man, I had the bet.
Right, Prince, get him. Prince, you are really stepping in. Yo, he's stepping into this world, man. He really. Please don't say nothing. Power, peace, God.
So how else would you if you? I can't even say what we say in New York because I feel bad now.
As we say at home, pause. Just pause.
look, everybody.
The show, pause.
Everybody like a dirty dog every now and then, man. I don't
Oh man. Faith. Hey yo, you want a dirty dog? You want a dirty dog? So you want it messy.
That's what up.
That's like y'all have some show enough slang up.
Yo, you Harlem cats. Y'all suspect.
Because I remember when my homeboys and them came down from NY and they had moved out here to the city, and I was smoking cigarettes. They'd be like, "Bro, bust me down."
Oh man,
but I didn't know y'all lingo. Feel me? So a brother can't come up smoking a cigarette and he go, me down, cat. Oh, whoa. What you?
Yeah, that could come off kind of aggressive.
About a bogey. I don't even know what a bogey is.
That's a cigarette.
I know what a cigarette is. I know what a short is. But when you get your son, bust me down, cat. Yo, what is you talking about, bro? But then I realized y'all meant short. But we had to teach them, y'all can't say bust me down here.
And you know, may Allah bless them. But all of that done language came from Prodigy. Mom Deep bought that done language.
That was before Prodigy. And they made it mainstream.
No. The done language.
They made it mainstream.
Queen's side.
Queens had mad lingo. Like they was really, they came up with mad.
Harlem was more gang lingo. I think it was because it was so many that from the gangsters growing up back in the days, they just had that, they just transferred over. But yeah, we have some things that don't sound right, and it makes you, it makes you want to say pause afterwards, because after you say it, you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't.
Pause King.
Nah, Cam was.
Yeah, I look at him and Mason. I be watching their show and every 10 minutes, pause. Because
all that goddamn it was a certain era, you couldn't do anything because they just felt like everything was gay at that time.
Yeah.
So you couldn't hit your boy no more because, oh man, you gay, you want to play around, you gay. So you couldn't do that anymore. So you had to be careful with how you move and things that you said.
I don't know, Miss Orville. I gotta disagree with you on that.
Well, I know she
say real women don't want dirty bust downs. I mean, I know some women who want it. They like it real nasty.
That's all, and that's all they want. If you ain't nasty for them, they don't want. Yeah,
Miss Orville,
they gonna cheat on you. That make them cheat on you.
They want you nasty.
Look. With a name like Miss Allgood, she gonna talk about they don't want no bust down.
Well, Miss Allgood, we ain't good, but we still good.
I don't care. I still want a dirty dog on Saturday. I want to look. I don't care. I don't care. Look. I want a dirty dog with some chili and some mustard and some ketchup.
You gotta have some slaw.
No, they slaw got to be right though. I can't. Not every slaw can go on the dog. That's that Carolina stuff right there, man. That's that Carolina dog. We don't
like. That's that country circle. We gotta watch you.
We had a fish fry a couple weeks go at the church. I'm like, I had to go and buy some cabbage and grate it down to make some slaw. Cause you can't have a fish fry without slaw. That go against the law.
What church?
Abundant Faith, not salivating salvation.
Okay. Because they know you gotta have the baked beans, salivations.
Yeah, but you gotta have slaw at a fish fry. You gotta have slaw with hot dogs. You can't do hot dogs and slaw and hamburgers and stuff like that. See, no,
we do sauerkraut. We didn't really care too much for coleslaw. We didn't. Yeah, we do sauerkraut. The sauerkraut or the onions with the tomato sauce.
Onions.
No, it's like diced onions and like a tomato sauce that they heat it up a little bit and put it on the hot dog.
Yeah, that don't even sound.
And I really don't like onions. So I don't. It ain't good. I just recently started eating sauerkraut, maybe about 2 years ago. Like I don't know, it just didn't taste right to me. Same thing with pico.
Good, but ain't nothing like some good coleslaw.
Coleslaw good by itself, but on a hot dog, I can't do it. There's too many tastes and textures going on.
Miss Orville, we do eat at home. We eat at home. Here go face. We eat out.
I'm talking about restaurant. There you go, sir.
But that's what she said. Do we eat at home?
She said you just need to eat at home.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you don't need to eat out.
But everybody that's here cooks. So what we talking about is what we cook at home. We make coleslaw at home. We do that. Make tater salad. We does that. It ain't out.
You just need to have you a great man that just
that's what it is.
Cook and take.
She ain't used to that. She not used to that. But look, that's a story for another time at another day. But we ain't gonna talk about that. That's story for another time, another day.
You know her type of hands is quick.
But while we on here, I want to get into the Shedeur Sanders. What did y'all feel about the NFL draft? in how that was? Do you feel that was some collusion with the owners of the league?
Yeah.
Trying to show you
Yeah.
still who you are,
Yeah.
and y'all are not bigger than the league.
Yeah, that's their power.
But what's crazy is he went to the team that he. If you go back to his tweets from like 2 weeks ago, he said he wanted to go to the Browns.
Yeah.
So he got what he wanted. It just was a humbling experience that you didn't go where you thought you was gonna go.
But see, the whole thing that I look at, what's them boys of the plate color?
Oh,
Paytons.
Paytons.
The Mannings.
Yeah. Well,
Man,
he said his son wasn't going, and it happened.
But my thing is this: they show you the difference between us and them. Look at the Mannings, and then when Deion Sanders' family come out, look how they do it.
Deion ain't Archie.
Right there, you go.
Rephrase that.
Yeah.
No, but in that same sentence too.
He's better than him, though.
But Deion worked the way he got at, and he let them know, I'm not finna let y'all do my child any kind of way. My child won't play before I allow y'all to treat him any kind of way. And he said that from the door. My son ain't finna do this. He ain't finna do that. Y'all not finna do this. Y'all not finna do that.
And that really, sometimes we can know what's going on, but sometimes we have to learn how to
humble
ourselves too.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but at the same token, you got to let your kids know too that you can pave your own way. You don't need these folks to pave your way. And that's because if you looked at it after the first night of the draft, when he went over and talked to him, he told him, we don't need them.
No, but
look, he told, we don't need them. Man, pick your head up. We don't need them.
I understand it because they are who they are. But you also have to let the ones that's coming up behind them that don't have that stability of a Shiloh or a Shador.
Now you're right. You're right.
Or one of those Sanders. Your last name ain't Sanders, and you didn't have a platinum spoon growing up. You got a wooden spoon. Yeah. So you have to also let them know, hey, even though we know this, some stuff you keep to yourself. Yeah. Because when Deion was saying, oh, I know what goes behind these curtains and all this and all that, he did a lot.
But that's like being in the entertainment industry and knowing what goes on in the entertainment industry, and I'm still gonna send my child with a Puffy or R. Kelly. And that's what he did. He said, you know what? I'm not finna send my child, which I'm not finna let the wolves get my kid. And that's what I saw. I didn't see any. He showed him how to be humble. He showed him how to be humble, but he also showed him to know your worth.
He didn't show him how to be humble. They showed him how to be humble.
I mean, no, his pop showed him too.
He didn't show him
because if he wasn't humble, you would have seen that young man go off. No, you saw the as me face. Now, if that was you, let's just say if that was you.
Some humility, but they didn't come from his pop saying be humble.
You don't think so?
They humbled him.
I don't know.
They humbled him. I'm gonna tell you like this. Being honest,
they humbled his pops.
No, they humbled the whole Sanders family.
Yeah,
they showed them,
and what they were doing is showing anybody that coming after that, hey, if you do this, this is what's gonna happen.
Because what happened was, if you pay attention to it, what Faye said, I'm just gonna elaborate on it. Think about it. Every interview, the boys didn't go on an interview. Deion went on all the interviews, all over. He on everybody's show, everybody podcast. They ain't gonna do this to my kids. I know how the game is. I know who is who. I know what my kids ain't gonna not gonna agree with me. They're gonna do what I say, and they're not gonna back talk me. They're gonna fuck. So they sat back and said, okay,
yeah,
you going out here doing all this talking. Let me show you.
And a lot of the teams also. And like I say, people went in all 32 teams because a lot of the teams already got their quarterback for the next 10 years. So it wasn't all the teams needed quarterbacks, but the ones that needed quarterbacks, a lot of people didn't want Deion all in the spotlight as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I respect that, but at the same token,
Deion did a lot. And I don't blame him because I'm the way I am about my children.
You got to do what's best for your kids, no matter what it's going to be.
You have to learn how to be quiet and let them take that road on their own too. Yeah. Be behind them and pushing them along.
Yeah.
But saying, okay, this how this go, this how that go. Rather than us being in the limelight for everything.
That's just like being honest. You might don't know, but Face know. I got a son that's in the battle league. And when I say he fire,
Yeah.
he's a monster.
I was watching that today. I couldn't do that.
But his thing was his first rap name was, he was Lil Prince. He was Lil Prince. That is his name though. But so many people in the industry of Charlotte and New Jersey and New York was like, oh man, that's Prince son. Prince son. You know what he said? He said, I'm gonna change my name. He said, I appreciate the accolades that my pops did. He said, I want to do it for myself. So he changed his name to Bobby Otto. And sometimes, even Face will do it. Face will be talking to him like Lil Prince, then Face will stop and go, I apologize, Bobby Otto. Because he wanted to change the game. And people still go, man, Prince son, a monster. He accepts that.
Okay.
But the whole thing is, he even asked me, Pop, stop coming to events. Because you gotta let your child do their own thing. Let your child do their own. That's just like my nephew, Face son. Jit fight. Stepper's a monster. But he wants his own thing. Now he loves his pop, but Jit, Pop, I got this.
Aside, and being that you said that, my son, I got 3 sons. My middle son, my baby boy, he does parties.
Right.
Like he does, these little parties. And it used to always piss me off because I'm like, yo, you out here running around doing these little situations when your father is in a different ball game that I can take you to a different elevation. And he like, nah. I'm like, yo, come with me, do this party. Nah, Dad, I'm good. He'll tell me no. And then I go on Facebook. Oh, I'm such and such place this night. Like, why you don't want you there? Why?
They want to build
I understand that, but you know what? Sometimes it's like, let us help you. As a parent, it's like, let me help you.
My thing is this is my thing. Sometimes the best teacher is self-experience. We had our run, and we still got our run. We got our run. And we still out here. But let them get their own run, their own identity. Come on, let's be honest. What's the young lady name? Shay, which is Method Man's daughter.
Yeah.
She told them she's a hell of an MC.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows.
Definitely,
She told them, she said, could I just be Shay and not Method Man's daughter?
She can't escape that.
Yeah,
you're not going to escape it, but in every interview, could I be me?
Besides, it's different for the generation now because sometimes them finding their lane can cause them to end up someplace that they don't need to be. It don't be them. It don't be our kids. Sometimes it's the company that they keep and the people that they choose to be around.
But guess what? The company that you keep, if they know who you are, like me, I'm gonna use me. DJ Do Dirty Peace, I love you, brother. I love you sincerely. Me, my father, they called him Bullwinkle. My father grew up in that, he was like, may Allah bless him, Kimbo slicing them.
Okay.
My father was
backyard beast.
Yeah, that's how he made
backyard beast.
That's how my pops made his bread. People used to see me when I started getting down. I was knocking grown men out when I was 15. Boy, they was like, that's Bullwinkle boy. That's Bullwinkle boy. My thing was, I got to the point, our forefathers, my pop wasn't out there going, that's my son, that's my son. That's what the street was going. That's Bullwinkle boy. That's Bullwinkle boy. But my thing was, I built my own name. I just fell under my father's umbrella.
Okay. I can respect.
Like, my thing is this. I mean, you may have heard, you never was there. I never could say you was there. But when I kissed you, you kissed. It's night-night. If I kiss you, you gone.
Rockabye, baby.
And back on that, because sometimes, as someone said on the stream, we can hinder our kids too.
Right.
By helping too much. because now they're not learning on their own, or they're not getting the footwork in because we just sat up there and actually gave it to them.
We pacified.
I'm gonna give you this blueprint. This is what you do. This is what you do, and they didn't learn exactly what to do on their own. So once we gone, and they hadn't really learned it on their own, they hurt.
Okay, I can see, I can see that. But now, at how much do you say? Well, you know what? I see you falling.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You fall, you get up.
Yeah.
I see you fall again, you get up.
Help them a little bit,
I see you fall again, you get up. But at what? Like I tell my kids, how many times somebody got to smack you before you realize it hurt? Like these kids, they don't realize that. Like they have a sense of invincibility. Like it can't happen to me.
Where that?
I don't think I was like.
I got invincible tatted on my neck over here.
Look,
I thought I was actually invincible on this neck, untouchable on this one. I really thought I was invincible and untouchable till I caught them hot balls.
But see, my baby mama made me. I learned that at 18, 19 when she went for my juggler. So I learned then that I wasn't.
But when you're young, you don't have a lot of fear in you. You don't have fear. Fear is a learned experience trait. That's something we learn. We learn to be fearful. When you born, you ain't afraid of nothing. We learn fear once we start getting older and stuff start happening. And then, I'm afraid of that there. Fear not a part of you when you first born. So it's growing up, a lot of stuff they're not fearful of. That's why you can get kids that get on all the big roller coasters and do everything. We do it when we're young. When we get old, boy, I don't know.
No, you never thought about it like that.
That's just like me growing up, and still to this day. I don't care if it's 2 or 20. If we going to war, we going to war.
Yeah.
I ain't got no fear. I fear 2 things.
It ain't my life right but now, you gonna.
I fear 2 things. I fear my father, and I fear the higher power. That's it. Anything else, we can go.
I'm scared of my mama. I'm
gonna say this. I hear what you're saying, and it sounds good. But I'm gonna tell you what my uncle told me a long time ago, and my grandma. Sometimes a good run better than a bad stand.
Let me tell you something.
And I understand what you're saying, but if it's 20 coming towards me, and I know I'm in a lose-lose, ain't no need to sit there and try to be Billy Bad Arse. And know I'm gonna get my whole hind end handed to me.
I'll catch you later.
Listen.
Yeah, what's the need?
I know, and don't get me wrong.
That's crazy.
You my best friend that I ever had in my life.
Yeah, that's great.
But everybody from New Jersey to down here tell you, I've been in situations where cats got bats. They tell me, Prince, I'm not fighting you straight up. I fought, when I could say I fought 10 jokers with bats. I'm not running for nobody.
Well, if I see something coming, I'm gonna use I got good common sense. One thing,
I'm not running.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing my grandma told me a long time ago. Everybody got sense, but everybody ain't got common sense. So you might be common sense ain't all too common. One of them ones. I got good sense. If I see too many people coming my way, that means I need to go the other way. If I see something that's not gonna be beneficial towards me, and I can look and tell I ain't gonna get the ups on this.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. What am I gonna sit here for and say, oh, I ain't running for nothing. I'm not. I'm faced with 2 A's.
2 A's.
Can't nobody do nothing to me. I'm getting the hell on.
I'm not saying nobody can't.
Be crazy.
This side of my head, I had staples from that same fight I told y'all.
That's great.
This part, I've been in a situation, and my family, my family straight up, my kids, everything I tell you. I've been in a situation where I fought 4 cops, and all 4 of them tased me. Now, and I ripped the tasers out, and they said he's too strong. It was like Return of the Living Dead. They was like, call more police.
Now I don't went to war with some police. It wasn't cause I wanted to. I ain't had no choice.
Mine was because
You wanted the problem.
Because I'm not running from nobody.
It wasn't.
So it ain't run. I don't think that's running.
That's using common goddamn sense.
Oh, man.
That's not running.
That's using common sense.
I'm 57 right now, and if a situation come our way,
we together.
But if it can be avoided,
I'm not going nowhere.
if it can be avoided, and we see something coming, bro, we see this gonna be a problem. It's best just to leave the problem alone.
I'm not.
I ain't going nowhere cause I'm Prince Si. I'm the gorilla.
He said I'm the gorilla.
I'm putting my hands on my chest. I'm standing solid. And we see 30 ninjas.
I'm not going nowhere.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm gonna crank the car up and I'm gonna pull next to you and say, "Si, let's go."
But if I'm telling you to come on and you don't come on now, you got what's coming to you. Cause I told you to come on.
Look, even though we were taught that everybody, you fight together, everybody come home together.
I'm telling you to come on. you need to come on.
I'm telling you because I love both of you.
And I'm telling you because I love you.
And I know you
say, come on, let's go.
I'm not.
Look, I'm gonna say this.
Well,
please don't put me in that type of situation because I'm not gonna leave you. I'm talking mess right now. Look, I'm not gonna leave you,
I'm
but
gonna tell you what the old folks said to me. Somebody gotta live to tell the damn story. Y'all know I love to tell stories, so I will be the storyteller. The old folk always say somebody gotta live to tell the story. So I let the story be known.
I told him.
I explained to him I was there to the end. We were there side by side. I said, Si, we need to go. Si put his hands on his chest and say, I'm a gorilla. I ain't going nowhere. I say, Si, we need to go. They're getting closer and closer. We can still got an escape route. I'm not going nowhere. I'm escaping the same way I came in, through the front.
Right.
All right, now, Si, they're getting closer and closer. Well, I'm going to exit out the back door. I'm going to come back through the front door and get them on that side and bring you back out. By the time I got through the front door, they were done with what they were doing. But I brought my brother back out the same way he went in.
He said he wanted to come back out the front door.
So I brought him back out the front door. But that's the story, and I really wanted him to be safe, and I tried to get us an exit route, but he's the gorilla. He's Prince Si.
I'm not.
Si, you woke up yet? Look, the story over with. Si, you woke up yet?
MK, what's up, beautiful?
That's Miss Barlett, Miss B.
Miss
Songbird, Miss Songbird.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
But Si, I ain't gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave you.
Hold on. Wait. Let me say this. And I'm honest about this because it's other brothers up north that was with me in situations like that. My decision ain't your decision.
You right. You right.
But Si, like I said, I ain't going nowhere. Si, I'm not gonna leave
like this.
But
I'm gonna tell you this situation. It could be your bro, and jokers talking about what they gonna do to you, the way that I love you, especially this one. You talking about what you gonna do to him?
But Si, I'm saying, come on.
If he leave, because I got to prove to you.
I got to prove to him that y'all got a winner today, and I'm gonna live to see y'all another day.
Look,
but we gonna retreat.
I will be everything you want to call me that day. I will be everything.
I really believe in alternatives to violence. I really believe in talking stuff out and trying not to go to violent approach.
But sometimes
I don't have to. I would rather retreat from a certain situation, try to speak it out, and then if that doesn't happen, then what comes about comes about. But if I can, don't have to worry about nothing. I'm gonna go on about my business because the most important thing for me is to get home.
Look, and you know what
I want to go to my natural home, not my heavenly home. I ain't ready to go there yet.
Rule one,
make it home.
Rule one,
I
don't care. This is my rule one. My rule one. Because I've always been a general in whatever I've done. I've always been a gorilla in what I've done. I I'm gonna put me on the line so y'all can go home.
Ain't
We
no
all-
need to put yourself on the line. We
Because
told you to come on.
Because I'm going home anyway.
What's the need for you to be out there to be bait on fish, sink line, and hooker when we done told you to bring your tail on?
I'm not going nowhere.
All right, well, we get ready to get up off here, but we're gonna tell y'all, please use common sense. You ain't always got to be a gorilla.
30 seconds.
Sometimes you can be a chimpanzee and use your brain,
Hold
I ain't
on,
no
hold on, chimpanzees, they rip people up too.
but
you
they
can't.
use their brain.
They got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's all it
They
takes.
use their brain.
But Face, you know what? In defense to you, I can say, you know, we have had a situation, and you were the mediator in that situation. So I can say, you know, you try to talk things out and get people to be on the same page. So I got to get. So I don't look like that. Don't look at me like
You're
that.
always a mediator.
but I also have heard Face say smack him. I've heard that too.
Hey, yo, let's get ready to get up out of here. Hey, yo, it's the Party Punisher Show, man. Everybody that tuned in, we glad that you tuned in. You be the best of you, because I'm going to do what I got to do. I ain't going nowhere. I'm standing till I can't rock no more.
Gorilla.
So from the Party Punisher Show to your home.
Before we get out of here, May 18th, Little Rock Apartments from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We'll be having Malcolm X Day, free food, prizes, entertainment. DJ Face to See, that's one of my other aliases. We'll be DJing the event along with some of my other Party Punishers will be out there rocking as well. So y'all come out to the Little Rock Apartments May 18th, 1 to 3 p.m.
Yo, with that being said, y'all tune in, because coming up next is our homegirl, Bella. News in the news. It's going down like that from the Party Punisher Show. Peace.
The Connected Radio plays the hottest hits from